about to go see Thunderbolts. I'm about to go watch Thunderbolts. Yo, like I've been so excited for this movie, man. Like I personally don't think the MCU ever fell off, but I will say this is the most excited I've been for an MCU movie since like my brain's telling me No Way Home, but I don't even remember. I can barely remember what's after that. Wakanda Forever? Yeah, Wakanda Forever. I was really excited for that, but man, I can't wait to see Thunderbolts. And I was telling my homeboys this the other day, I don't really it's not like these characters are like my goats or anything, like Spider-Man or like Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? But like, I like Yelena. I mess with Yelena heavy. I fuck with Bucky heavily. I like John Walker. I didn't like him in Winter Soldier, but nothing against the actor. But I didn't like John Walker was one of those characters that you were supposed to dislike, and I didn't like him. So that's how he was a good character. You know what I'm saying? But my main excitement for this movie is I'm just really excited to see like where they take these characters. And when I come back, I'm gonna continue and give like all my thoughts and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for this movie. And after it's like Fantastic Four, I wasn't that excited for Fantastic Four. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I wasn't that excited for Fantastic Four until the most recent trailer they dropped. That it was so, because they showed like I heard like rumors and stuff that the Silver Surfer was in the movie. I didn't know like this. I didn't hear anything about it being confirmed. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw the Silver Surfer pull up and it was Julia Garner, I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. I was like, I signed up. You know what I'm saying? I signed up. I was like, sign me up. So I signed up. So I'm signed up for Fantastic Four. I am excited for that movie. Not as excited as I am for Thunderbolts or like Avengers Doomsday or like Spider-Man Brand New Day, man. Don't even get me started on that. But yeah, man, I'm excited for Thunderbolts. I heard, a little birdie told me that the end credit scene might be one of the most, if not the most important end credit scene we've gotten in the entire MCU. And if that's the case, bro, if that's genuinely the case, that's insanity. Because this is Thunderbolts, bro. Like it's not like this is Avengers Doomsday. This is just Thunderbolts, Not to say that this is like a man movie, because I'm excited for it, I'm really excited for it. And especially like the asterisk, like I was saying that I thought it would be like, I thought it would turn into like Dark Avengers. I'm not too sure about that now. But I mean, I don't know. It really could. Like I really want to see my main hopes for this movie. I want to see Thunderbolt Ross. I want to see Thunderbolt Ross, aka Red Hulk, and I want to see Zemo. I want to see them in the raft or something. Like because bro, like they're on this team. I'm pretty sure. Like the shit is called Thunderbolts. I don't, I'm not like a comic. I'm not gonna say I'm an MCU first, but I was brought up on the MCU, man. I didn't come up reading the comics. Yes, I love the comics, but I wasn't brought up that way. So a lot of my lore and knowledge is based on the MCU. Don't wait, chill, bro, chill, stop, bro, just stop. I'm telling you, that's okay, man. It's okay, but like, I don't even remember where I was going with that. But yeah, like I was saying, I do gotta leave it a little bit, but I also heard that they explain in the movie why the asterisk is there. So maybe this is the new Avengers. They keep saying the Avengers aren't coming, bro. They keep saying the Avengers aren't coming. They keep talking about the Avengers, bro. So if it's not Dark Avengers, it's gonna be, the name's gonna change. Like, but what would it change to if it's not gonna stay Thunderbolts, man? I don't know. They gotta explain that. But yeah, man, I'm real excited for this movie, bro. I'm real excited. I want to go see this shit. Like I'm about to go see it in a little bit. Like it's for 7:00. It's for 7:00, and it's like 6:20 right now. So yeah, when I come back, I'm definitely we're gonna talk about my thoughts and stuff like that. Talk about how like we y'all for the fit though. Y'all keep the fit. Hold up. I for the fit. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. I can't. Y'all gotta pause. Y'all gotta pause the video. But yo, so look, Thunderbolts, man. Yeah. When I get back, I'll continue the video. I'm back. Where would I even begin? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a great movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Make sure. This looks stupid. Let me fix this. Yeah, man, that movie was great. It was actually a piece of cinema. You know what I'm saying? Let me get closer to the mic. It was a piece of cinema. It was a good movie, man. Like, yeah, you know, it was an MCU movie, but it really told a story beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a lot of MCU movies, they be telling stories. Yeah, a lot of MCU. But like, man, like, it was really there with this movie, man. You know what I'm saying? The cinematography, the score. I found myself really genuinely enjoying the music during this movie, and this was this is, I'm not gonna say it's a first for MCU movie for me, but like, it's not often where I'm actually like taking time out to like pay actual attention to the score playing in the movie, you know. So it was definitely, the music was definitely hitting. The cinematography, the music, of course, bro, just the theme in general, just everything about that movie was pretty good. The beginning, like, let me okay, hold up. Well, yeah, y'all should know, if y'all at this point, and y'all know I'm gonna say some spoilers, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, even in the beginning, like, you know how they always have that MCU intro or it says Marvel Studios. Yeah, that was really cool, because like at first it started out normally, you know, and then like for me, like, I just started noticing, like, you know, because it was Chadwick Boseman in the letters for a while, and then they recently went back to normal, and then like I was watching it, and then like I seen that they had Sentry in it. And I was like, oh shit, that's Century. So, you know, they might just be doing that little thing from me. But then the music started drowning out. And then, like, you know, the logo just started getting absorbed into the black void. And it was hard. It was hard, bro. It was hard. And then by the time it said Marvel Studios, it was all in black. It was hard, bro. That was, I already knew once I saw that, I already knew I was in good hands. I knew I was in good hands. Like, even like Captain America, Brave New World, they started in like a similar way to where they not necessarily like, because this movie still had the intro, but Captain America Brave New World, like, they did their own thing with it, and that was hard. It was good because it fit the tone of the movie, you know, and that's low-key what Thunderbolts did here. But at the same time, I feel like they kind of catered to people that were kind of thrown off by Captain America Brave New World doing that, which is, you know, to each his own. But yeah, man. So that movie started, and it was starting off real strong. Like, from the start, the cinematography was on. It was on it, man. It was just on point. And we see like Yelena just telling us about her, you know, her day in the life or whatever, just her struggle or whatever. You know, you can see that the cinematography was good. Like, she starts to fight in like a hallway, like she Daredevil, and then it cuts to the top seamlessly. I like shit like that. I like stuff like that. So it was cool. That was nice. And like,
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, turn off. Like, you know, I was excited to see like when all the other characters would start popping up, and I thought like from, especially like from the trailers, I kind of thought like they would just pop up at different points. You know, like, you know, Yelena will be doing her thing, and then we would cut to John Walker not watching his kid. I expected to see that, but no, like, everybody had something except Ava. Now that I noticed that, now that I talk about it, or now that I mention it, Ava was the only one, and Alexi too. I feel like they were the only ones who like really have that. We didn't see like that thing that they like shoved down that they had deep down inside their void or whatever, you know. And I'm gonna get to that if I remember. I'm gonna try to get to that. But I low key just feel like this movie was low key like it was low key like the OG Avenger movie, but backwards or like in reverse in a way. Like just I don't know. It was giving me it was definitely giving me OG Avengers vibes. Um, like it was definitely giving me OG Avengers vibes. Only because like just the way they got set up, the way it was planned for like this group of people to like come together, but where in Avengers they were expected to work together, and Thunderbolts they were expected to kill each other, but it didn't work out that way. You know what I'm saying? Um, they ended up forming a team. And it ended up like genuinely forming a bond, like a bond, like Bob and Yelena. They had a pretty good they had pretty good chemistry, like from the jump. It seemed like. And that was nice to see, and I was waiting to see my dog John Walker pop up. I was waiting to see because I wanted to see what he'd been up to since Falcon and Winter Soldier. I wanted to see that, you know, and I couldn't really hear what they said, but somebody got his kid, somebody took his kid or something. And yeah, because he was not paying attention to his kid, like he was more concerned about like the downfall of Captain America. He was more concerned about that shit. It was him, it was John, Yelena, and Val, and they all had like this deep trauma that they had suppressed. And whenever they would touch Void, they would like get a look into it or a peek into it. And like it was cool, like that was how you saw that John was neglecting his kid, and that he still he was still kind of fucked up about how his fault was race as Captain America. He was fucked up about that shit. And Yelena with the stuff that she went through in the Red Room as a kid, just stuff like that. And then Val, man, I don't care about Val, man. Like I was saying, like people like Ava and Bucky and Alexei, I feel like they didn't have those things looked into, because they were pretty not because, but like they were you could tell they were already open about their trauma, So either they got over it, like Bucky. We all know Bucky got over it. Ava, she kept Ava. I don't take me wrong. I miss her heavy, yeah. But she was good, but it was to the point where you could tell her trauma doesn't really hold her back, if that makes sense. She was saying it every chance she got. Basically, she was one of those, and it wasn't annoying or anything, but you could just tell, just shit like that. But yeah, man, the movie was pretty good, and bro, the name changed. I ain't gonna lie, the name changed, bro. They're the new Avengers, bro. Holy shit, that's fucking nuts. These are the new Avengers, and that's the fucking thing. That's what they were using the credits for. They were using them for they were showing us newspaper headlines and shit like that, saying the B Avengers, fucking shit like that, bro. That's crazy. If I was living in that New York, bro, I don't know. If I was living in that New York, I can't say that these would be my Avengers. I'm not gonna lie. I just can't say that, And I'm not trying to knock them. I fuck with these heroes, especially after this movie. I fuck with these heroes. I fuck with this team, It feel like a family. Hold up. Yeah, I was about that. I had to put some lotion on, but no. This team definitely felt people were saying it felt more like a family than the OG Avengers. I can see it. I can see it. I can kind of see it. Definitely from the jump. they definitely got. I'm not gonna say they got along better than the OG Avengers because they were all trying to kill each other, but they were helping each other out. They were helping each other out. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I definitely feel it because they were like, they you could tell that there was chemistry between the team members. John and Bucky knew each other, and that's another thing that I fucked with. Like, John and Bucky, like they didn't take like 10 minutes to address like, oh yeah, I knew you from the last show. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that. That was dope. That was dope. I fuck with that shit. But like, um, I also fucked with. I like Bucky told John, he was like, you made your choices, man. Like, damn, like at the end of the day, they two different people, and they went their separate ways after what happened in Falcon and Winter Soldier. That was cool. That was cool to see. And then you had that little interaction with Bucky and Red Guardian, and then Ava, John, and Yelena. That was like that was like those were like the big, not the big thing, but those were like the main, like they were spending a lot of time together, and that was really cool. I fucked with that. Like, John and Yelena, that was a good duo. I fuck with that heavy. I fuck with that. I don't really got much to say. Like, the movie was really good, man. The movie was really good, and like that person whoever said that this was the most important end credit scene throughout the entire MCU, like, no, bro. Like, I'm not okay. Like, I mean, it's really. I feel like that's really subjective. I mean, at the end of the day, if you think it is, then okay. But bro, like me, bro, like I don't think that is like, I'm not gonna say at all. It's definitely one of the most important ones for sure, especially in the upcoming movies for sure. I definitely, yeah, for sure. But to say that it's the most important end credit scene in the MCU, I don't know about that. If I had to say what the most important end credit scene in the MCU was, I don't even know what it would be. But it would have to be something. It would have to do, like, I feel like it would just have to do with the Avengers, or maybe like, I don't know. We have a lot of good end credit scenes, bro. But I don't know. It's definitely one of them. I'm not gonna lie. I went in expecting to see like RDJ Doom. I'm not gonna lie. I went in kind of expecting to see RDJ Doom just a little bit, but he ain't show up. So it is what it is. It is what it is. We gonna see him. We are gonna see him in Fantastic Four. Mark my words, we're gonna see him in Fantastic Four. I'm telling you, RDJ Doom is gonna be in the end credit scene of Fantastic Four. These are the new Avengers, bro. Yelena, Bucky, Red Guardian, John Walker, and Ghost. Oh yeah, Sentry. These are the new Avengers for now. Until Sam make a team. And that's another thing they was talking about. What is Sam gonna do? And then Bucky said he talked to Sam about it and it went poorly. What does that mean? Not saying that they probably had a little disagreement, But hey, what could that have been about? And Elena was talking about shit from outer space. What have they done? What have they dealt with in the last year and 2 months? I wanna see this stuff. And everybody, folk got new designs. They got new designs, bro. Bucky looked like he in the comic. He got Bucky looked nice, bro. They probably gonna give his ass a mask. Yo, Bucky, yeah. Bucky's finna get a yeah. Most important credit scene in the MCU. I don't know. Definitely really important though. I kind of feel like I don't want to say too much, but like, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're watching, you know what it is. I mean, I don't really need to say it, but like, okay, yeah. I feel like it kind of spoiled Fantastic Four, because like Now we know for sure that they're coming to our universe by the end of this movie, and that their universe gets fucked up in some way. Because now we know for sure. Like we know for sure. I mean, people are already speculating it. People were definitely already speculating it. But now we know for sure. Like I said, I mean, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping too much because I don't really care about Fantastic Four like that. Yeah, I'm excited, but yeah, you know. But yeah, man, Thunderbolts. Oh wait, my bad. The new Avengers. The new Avengers. Shit. But yeah, I mean, I definitely will say I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was, like, before I left the crib, I was a lot more, like, I don't know, because I'm not gonna say, I'm not trying to make it seem like I was displeased or disappointed with the movie. If I was disappointed with anything, it was the end credit scene, but that's not on the movie, that's on me because of what I heard, you know? So that has nothing to do with the movie. To me, I rate the movie's a 10. 10, 10. I can't lie, call it recency bias, call it whatever, nigga. The movie's a 10. If you don't believe me, go check out the score on Tomatoes. But look, man, I will say I was more like, before I walked out the house, I was more excited, and now that I've seen the movie, I've calmed down. That's all it is. That's all it is, really. The movie was great, It didn't, it didn't, so, it didn't, I'm trying to look for a word. It didn't surpass my expectations, It was right, because I already expected this movie to be great, Reviews were popping, great reviews, marketing was hot, marketing was amazing, you know. I expected this movie to be a banger, and it was. The movie just delivered. So yeah, I mean, Thunderbolts, man, that was Thunderbolts. I'm glad that it's here, man, and it's here, and yeah, shit, good watch.